977, home of the intuitives, and I am here to do your May 2022 reading. Cancer. So I titled this reading Magical Children. Okay, so either you were a child that was born with gifts, obviously, or either you're dealing with children that are very gifted. You could be even dealing with children that they have once labeled as, like I said, autistic. I don't like calling people retarded, but some type of mental component that the world or the matrix is not used to. So even then, I also see that you may be in a child that played along with yourself. You also were a child that seen imaginary friends, maybe possibly like imaginary ghosts. I'm also seeing that you're a child that or that was able to see beyond the veil. So I call this the magical children for a reason, but I'm actually speaking to adults at this time. If you have birthed children that are the same or that are dealing that or has has gifts, okay? These gifts ran through your bloodline. But the thing about being intuitive and the thing about being gifted is though it's so out of this world that a lot of people do not know how to handle it. So what your parents most likely did was they suppressed these gifts. A lot of times you were put on Ritalin. Some children you were put on medicine. I'm hearing Geodon. And at one point, Geodon was a medicine that bipolar children used to use in order to basically turn them into zombies. Heavily overactive children tend to get put on Ritalin, or when I say ADHD, that's the first thing they want to label it. This is not really the gifts that I'm speaking of. I'm actually speaking of like seeing through the psychic realm, okay? Especially depending on when the moon is available, like when the moon sign is up, depending on what your moon is. But dealing with the moon the moon actually heightens your gifts, okay? So right now, many of you could be a mentalist. Some of you could be even a psychologist. I don't know. I keep picking up theology for some reason. I don't know if that's just my audience. I don't know if those are the people I deal with. But mentalism is like the gateway for children, magicians, okay? So when we think about that, the reality that you created is like the God conscious, right? So according to like neurologists, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the brain doesn't know the difference between like actually experiencing and what is imagined to be experienced. But because you are able to travel through many different realms, you are able to actually you're actually able to carry on these visions, and you're actually able to carry on these gifts through many realms. So that's why people tend to call you, a lot of times they try to say cancers could be, I never heard that cancers was crazy or anything like that. But cancers have a huge psychosis is what I'm hearing. Psychosis. I don't know. I just wrote that word. I didn't write that down. Something in regards to like psychosis. So you can change your beliefs simply by your imagination. You can also change someone else's brain activity just by reading their mind. And what does that mean? Like, it's basically when your electoral patterns are stored in like a certain part of your brain. And like Cancer, you can do that by simply just reading someone's mind, okay, and causing mind control. So I'm gonna write this thing down because I didn't even know I was gonna be able to. I didn't even know what that word was coming up, but it's saying psychosis. Okay, so that's a part of that. So with Three of these Pentacles, I think you're gonna get the Three of Pentacles for some reason. I haven't pulled any cards, by the way. I'm seeing that you're going to be able to learn how to work all three of these components together in your favor. Okay, so something is going in your favor as well, Cancer. So let's go ahead and pull on a Moonology deck, because why would we pull a Moonology deck when you Cancer? Okay. Somebody could be finding out they're diagnosed with cancer as well, and I'm sorry to hear that. Someone also believes in the I know that I can heal myself. So I hear some of you could be a healer, Cancer. Look, that card still came out anyway, but that's at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put it down. So the first card says your commitment is being tested. All right. So when I'm honestly thinking of when your commitment is being tested, I do believe that in some way or some shape or form, you have to stand on what you believe in, especially for the last few weeks of May. The reason why I say that is because the world will try to teach you, the world around you will try to convince you that you either are crazy or you don't know what you're talking about. They're gonna try to think that you're, psychotic and all these visions. It's not, and you can't be upset with these people, because at the end of the day, many people are very much so asleep. When we say sleep, like, it's literally the way that you see the world through your visionary. Others cannot see that, Cancer, and so therefore you have to be in acceptance with that. You have to you have to accept the fact that you are the oddball. You have to understand that you're not in the world with everyone else. You are most likely in the world by yourself. Okay? And I feel like every Cancer has some type of hint of this, like some type of pinch of it. Now, the way that it gets stronger in the way that these gifts and heightens, okay, is the more you act upon it, the more you trust it, the more you allow it to flow through, okay, these gifts will become more heightened. All right, so that's what that is. So we're going to pull the first week, second week, third week, fourth week. We're going to end off with an intuition card. And even though that the first week has already passed, I'm still going to pick up on the first week because it's going to bring everything together. 9 of Swords. So you're in your head. You're up late night. I'm starting to even think that, like, people are tricking you. Someone's around you is tricking you to make you think that you're crazy when really they're the ones that is crazy as hell. Nothing is crazy. To me personally, nothing is crazy. Okay, that's why I made Miracle Baby home of the intuitives, because this is a platform that I built to allow people to be themselves and to allow people to be free. And there's a home for what they would call, quote unquote, the weirdos. We're not weird at all. Now, I'm also seeing that someone is like working toil and labor. Like, this is something that's going on in the mind, okay? Now, be careful what you're opening up to. Be careful with all the information that you're learning, because if you notice, think about this. People that are either like comedians or people that are very intuitive and have these psychic abilities, a lot of them don't make it out, because what happens is someone, they see so much that they have to stay either under the influence, they have to stay under the influence, or they have a hard time like being in the world because they see and hear so much. I'm also seeing that some of you could be like you can not only can you see, but you can hear. Okay, just to make it better for you, I can see, hear, and feel. So I'm all in, right? And I noticed that at a time, I was obviously, drinking a lot. Hell, I was even smoking a lot. And then the moment that I became sober, it allowed me to be able to actually really become numb, and it actually allowed me to be able to see and really hear. See, the thing about it is, when we go under, because I'm here under by Pleasure P, when you go under these, like, when you go into these holes, and when I call these holes, I think you know what hole I'm talking about. If you know, you know. It really drowns you down there, because it's now okay, prime example, like this one told me, like, alcohol swims, okay? So while you're thinking you're suppressing, while you're thinking you're comforting it, you're actually allowing it to swim. Alcohol actually learns how to swim. Okay, so with the 9 of Swords, it's like fortitude. So we prepare like late nights, early mornings, but the universe is really just testing you. And this ain't even got nothing to do with being, it just doesn't have anything to do with being intuitive or anything like that. This is just real stuff. Like, your commitment is being tested. How bad did you want it? How bad do you really truly want it? Right now, you may not see the fruits of your labor. You may not see it right now, Cancer, and it's not going to be overnight. This is somebody that's expecting something to happen overnight. And when you're in your mind, somebody's trying to make you feel like you're crazy. That's not true, Cancer. It's not. It's not at all. As a matter of fact, they're asleep. All these people have and what make it so bad is they will allow you to feel like you're crazy, and what you're thinking is not possible. What you're thinking is not the norm, but it is. It is for you. So, Cancer, believe in the possible, okay? I'm going to pull my dice because I don't know why it said magical children. I know it's dealing with, like, Okay, clouds. So, somebody has a clouded judgment. I knew that. So, you're dealing with clouds. Could be clouds outside your home. If you're looking at this reading, obviously it's very cloudy. Okay, or it's an indication that it's cloudy. Okay, I'm also seeing, Cancer, enjoy yourself. If you want to eat pizza, if you need a slice of pizza, Do something that makes you laugh. I'm saying you could be sitting around with friends and family, watching a good movie, okay? Or watching something that actually makes you laugh. Cancer, I don't know why, but I feel like lately you've been watching movies or shows that are very, like, that has a behind, a message. Just watch something that just allows you to laugh, Cancer. It's something about you needing to laugh a little bit because you are so dedicated and you're so focused on whatever this is that you're forgetting who you really truly are, your inner child. See, through the storm, there's going to always bring what? Sunshine, okay? So you're dealing with the Leo energy as well. So what's the second week? Okay, cool. Oh, there you go. Okay, Cancer, why is it flipping? Something's flipping. Seducing. So be careful with your drinks. I said, like I told you, someone only wants you under influence. Or someone only, like I said, this person is a drinker. Look, Cancer, and I think this has a crab in it. Crab in a bucket safe. Yeah, crab in a bucket safe. Yeah. I'm also hearing something like with the lime drink. Okay, be careful though. Like, don't leave your drinks down. If you don't want to drink, Cancer, see, this is the type of person, right, that come around and knowing that you're focusing on this commitment, knowing that you're focusing on this goal right here, somebody still wants to get you off your square. Something or some type of energy around you wants to try to convince you. There's like someone's trying to like convince you to do something. Okay, someone's trying to seduce you. There's a seductive energy. But see, look what's coming behind this. A storm. So you have to say, I'm just saying, I'm not telling you to stop drinking. I'm not here to say that. But what I am saying is just pay attention. Okay? Instead of drinking 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, try only drinking 2, because there's a storm coming. That's something that's like, something's going to blow up. Something's going to blow up in your face. I just heard an eruption. Okay? So you're at the bar. I'm seeing someone's, getting to know you. Right? But it's like the only time that this person even come around, or any time that you feel like you can deliver this type of work, if you're under the influence. That's not true, Cancer. That's not true. Sometimes the world just want to see you sober. The world want to see the real you. That is your commitment. Okay, maybe you're battling alcoholism. Maybe you're trying to get away from that. Well, there's always a test, okay? And the universe is going to give you a test like, okay, I want to see if Cancer have learned anything from the situation. Okay? So be careful, because like while you sitting here laughing and joking, this person seemingly know how to like slide something in your drink. Somebody's very sneaky here. It's like a sneaky energy. Okay, I'm hearing 1 drink turn into 2. I'm also seeing that you and someone could be conceiving over alcohol. So like, let's say you meet somebody and y'all end up having sex. This baby is gonna come out of this. I don't know, and it's not even like this person is doing it on purpose. I just see that it's the energy of the alcohol, because it's like the demon of the spirit. Like literally, the spirit is the one that's actually making you do something. There's a spirit over that makes you convince or make you seduce people. I'm saying you're a seducer. Okay, I like that though. I like that. What's the 3rd week? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So with the Hierophant here, okay, there's a magician. Okay, see, something like I said, the magician at the bottom of the deck. It's like you're trying to convince, I don't know, man. Somebody could be trapping somebody. This literally could be like trapping someone with a child, okay, in forms of higher level of commitment. This is also dealing, like what I said, you could be dealing with an Aquarius too. This is someone standing behind a podium, preacher, spiritual values, okay, spiritual views, okay. Don't go against the grain for one night. Don't go against the grain for one night, Cancer. Stick to who you are. Stick to what you know is what I'm hearing. If this is your morals, okay, and this is your code, stick with this. Because what's happening is, it's like no matter, even through this, like I'm also hearing like you're forgiving, Cancer. I don't know if somebody needed it. I don't know if someone needed to hear that. If maybe you feel like you can't be forgiven. You're forgiving, Cancer. You got to forgive yourself first. You have to forgive yourself first. Is what I'm hearing. And see, when this gets blocked and when this gets clogged up, the electrical patterns is how we store information in the brain. Someone is trying to make you forget something. Like, I'm seeing, I don't know, somehow, somewhere you're going to forget what happened on this night. Like I said, be careful. You need to have transmutation. You have to have that self-protection. You got to protect yourself, protect your heart. Guard your heart by, who's seen that? Big Sean. Guard your heart. What's the 4th week? Yeah, Empress. Your mom. Okay? Maybe your mom is no longer on this earth. Maybe your mom has transitioned, or a grandmother, or someone taught you the principles of life is what I'm hearing. Something about when your grandma used to feed you when you were a child. This is the person that knew who you were. I don't think this person is still here with you, honestly. Okay? But the more that you stick to this, the more that you stay on the spiritual journey, or whatever journey you're on. It don't have to be no spiritual journey. It could just be sticking to your commitments, because this is all about your commitment being tested, especially during this Taurus season. Taurus season is teaching you commitment. You can even have Taurus in your North Node. Yeah, this is Taurus energy. Empress here. This is a Taurus. This is a Taurus feminine energy. Okay? You're going to be able to heal. I don't know why I just heard this, but your target audience are going to be like people that go to AA. People that are actually struggling with real addictions. And even through your addiction, and you know what else? Because you could be sober now, right? Let's say you just decided you're sober now. Okay? You're going to get some triggers. Okay? Go where you're triggered. That's what I heard. Go where you're triggered. If you have a problem with alcohol, go to the bar and don't drink or drink. This is how you really beat spiritual warfare. Because this is beyond spiritual warfare here. This right here is really, this is heavy on the commitments. Somebody's trying to destroy you. If you abruptly stop something, like I said, if you abruptly stop drinking, there's a time of the day, every day, that you can kind of feel that urge coming on. It's like the power of the mind. What's the 10 of Wands? What's that? 9 of Wands? Yeah, 9 of Wands. What's the 9 of Wands? You know, somebody got 10 of Wands on, so somebody's very burdened. They have a lot of burdens, or you have a lot to carry. All right, you have a lot on your plate. There you go, Cancer. The Cancer moon. Something about the crescent moon or the first quarter moon. This is why your commitment is being tested, Cancer. It's a lot of secrets, a lot of illusions here. Things that are underneath the surface that's not ready to come out yet. It's a lot of information your family has kept from you as well. So maybe you're going to be finding out something about a family tree. Okay, something about your family tree. Okay, someone talks to the moon. I'm hearing wolves. Somebody just listened to that Big Sean album. Something about raised by wolves. You hear a wolf. You can hear a wolf's call. You can hear a wolf call. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, 9 of Wands. You got 9 of Wands twice. So stand your ground, Cancer. Stand your ground and don't fold. This person here, or whoever this is around you, somebody is very guarded. Someone does not trust you. When you got the 9 of Wands, you got the guards up in the back. Someone does not trust you. Your Wands is up. This is somebody that just always got something going on. Always mad about a situation. Yeah. This is the 9 of Wands. Stand your ground. Someone feels like you come out very aggressive, or every time someone asks you something, or maybe you're out in the bar, and maybe you're trying to attract people. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying let your guard down. Always keep your guard up, but learn how to have fun, Cancer, okay? But also, don't forget, like, people around you want to try to get you off your square, knowing you got to get up in the morning, knowing that you're focusing on something, like people trying to get you off of this. Somebody's trying to get you off of this bag here. Yeah, something just rings. So something is like, there's a ring or some type of ding that goes off with that. You're going to have a light bulb, a light switch. Yeah, I'm hearing like light switch. All right, the hair font. You know what's crazy? I feel like this is your main goal, is your commitment. Staying sober for some of you. The higher font. Okay. Somebody could be going to church or wanting to go back to church. Okay. Cancer, you know, something about church. I don't know, being in church is on your back or something like that. It's like you find commitment in a church when I feel like, Cancer, you are the church. How about that? You are the church. Okay. All right. So something about church. You're gonna learn some stuff about church as well. Yeah, the lies and deceit. Yeah, something about church. You're gonna start to see through your pastor. Your pastor is a problem here too. Anyway, with the Fool card though, it's like taking that leap of faith. taking your own leap of faith, okay? Like just jumping out there. It's like the universe is trying to push you. Even if some of you are wanting to do spiritual teachings or being a spiritual practitioner, I do think that you need to go into that. That's what I'm saying. See, church will have you feeling like, oh, if you do this and if you do that, I'm human. I'm like, how do you think? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Even if you want to talk about Jesus, let's talk about it. How do you think Jesus was able to heal others around him? He had to be around people that needed to be healed, correct? Okay. Jesus had to experience things in order to become a healer, correct? So if you're going around all church people that always all got it going on, or they don't want to tell you what they're really going through, listen, everybody going through something. And you honestly hear the most treacherous stories in church. You hear the most treacherous things in church. You need to take your own leap of faith. I'm not saying take your own leap of faith and lose your spirituality and fold on your religion. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is understand your emotions and how you feel when you walk through those doors. Somebody can even be watching your social media, judging you. It's like you can feel judgmental energies on you. You can feel it when you walk through the doors. You can feel that on you. Especially when, there's a pastor that's always sizing you up, always looking you in your face with a straight face. No. I am who I am. Okay? Well, people don't even fail to realize that voodoo priests back in 1900s, they did a lot of work. Because see, the same pastor right here, the same person that's very religious and very holy, they'll come get a reading. If they want to know something deeper. You so religious, you don't, what you do is devil worship, and then it don't even have to be readings. It can just be a spiritual person. It could be just being a person that's out here really following your destiny, what God has in store for you. But if I sit around and listen to you, I'm never going to walk in my purpose. I'm never going to walk in my light. The light shines on you. That's what I'm saying. So take the leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. Take your teachings that you learned. All right, and now it's your turn to become the teacher. With the Empress card, what's the Empress card? The chosen one. You can see. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius energy too. Okay, but you're seeing through the crystal ball. You're seeing the light on your own. It's like your light bulb has gone off. Your grandmother your grandma was a huge humanitarian in the community. Because I'm saying that you could be doing community work. All right, but see, the thing about this, it's nothing wrong with doing community work, but and you say, well, God gonna pay my bills. All right, God is gonna pay your bills, but you must look. God gonna pay my bills. You're right, but God also wants you to do your work. God, you came here because the one thing you don't want to do. Here you go, King of Pentacles. That's who's helping you. That's who's guiding you. That's what's gonna make you successful. It's being on stage and your recognition. Somebody's gonna be recognized for their hard work. Okay, somebody's gonna be recognized for their hard work. Okay, the work that they put into the community, helping others in the community. Somebody, if you haven't heard this in a while, somebody is going to give you this acknowledgement. So this came out when you lose your house and have to move in with your annoying neighbor. Okay, so maybe someone's stressing about they're gonna lose their home. Okay, I don't know why, but there's some type of homeowners program maybe that you signed up for. These people are going to help you. Okay, that's another thing too. These same people that you dedicate your life to, you can't even live because you're trying to walk in this code. Look at you, everybody out here living their best life. Look at Squidward. He wished he was out there. He wished he was out there with them. Now, if your bills mess up, it's so crazy because you put on all your work for this church, right, or this community, right? But when you damn near getting ready to get padlocked, or your lights getting ready to get cut off, or whatever the case may be, you try to go to the church for help, now they want to extort you. There's extortion here. Yeah. They don't either they got to tell your story to the whole Congress, or they don't have the funds to help you now, or if they did have funding, right, and they got to pull this money for everybody, got to put money in the pot, they got to put money in the pot and tell your business. That's not right. That's not okay. Get out and enjoy your life, Cancer. Get out and enjoy your life. When you're a man now, so it's time to start acting like one. It's time to grow up. Okay, all these childish mistakes. You can't keep making the same mistakes over and over. You can't do it. And then when people do invite you out for drinks or people do invite you out, you got your guard up and you angry. Now you contemplating, can I go? Can I do this? Can I do that? Man, please please what we call get that white man out your head. Get it out your head. God did not allow you to be on this earth living like that. I'm telling you. You scared to make any movement. You scared to do anything because you feel like all because of your, which is fine. I'm not saying don't fold on this. Never fold on don't ever fold on who you are. Never fold on who you are. Never fold on your spiritual views. Never fold on that. But what we are saying is take a leap of faith. There's some more experiencing that you must do. You have to experience more so that you can be able to help other people. If, like I said, if you're not willing to, also to give respect and honor to the people that helped you. Okay, if you're a cross watcher and this Cancer has helped you out in your life, give them their respect and honor that they deserve. Because what's going to happen is that's going to backfire on you. You feel like you fell in their life, and so now this is the person that blames everyone around them. You're getting tired. You're getting burnt out. Okay? You're getting tired and you're getting burnt out. You as soon as your phone pick up, hey sister, can you come up here? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. And the whole time you're having fun with your family. You at home just in your zone. Okay? You're out and about. You had plans for the night, but because they called you, because they knew that you would jump, they knew that you were going to be, oh, yes, no problem. It's like something you see on this, the dog is pulling them like, stop being a yes person. And sometimes say no. And when you say no, I want you to say, no, I can't do that without any explanation. You don't have to explain yourself. What's understood don't have to be explained. What's the Empress? What's understood don't have to be explained. When the TV breaks and a friend you've been staying with until you get a job says, there's two things in the house that don't work. It's like somebody talking about you. Somebody is abusing their power. Could be a King of Pentacles. A King of Pentacles is somebody that's well off, has a lot of money, take care of the home, take care of the business, take care of the kids, take care of their mother, taking care of everything. But as soon as this person, I don't know, I would never say fall. King of Pentacles really don't fall off. They understand how life works. Okay, they rule money. Okay, they rule banks. They rule government, right? And as soon as something breaks in the house, they want to blame. They want to talk about you. That's not real love, man. Nobody should be able to talk to you like that. So maybe you need to get your own bag. When your friends start making fun of your hometown, it's like I said, in a marriage or in some type of commitment, and you have to put on this front or you have to flex for these people that you can't even be yourself, that when you do decide to be yourself, people want to make fun of you. Now, you need to turn around and look at your circle. For some reason, I feel like you're in a cage. Somebody's in a cage, literally. If you have a dog, you need to let your dog out more. Somebody just keeps their dog caged up all the time. Don't take them out. And if you do take them out, you take them like to go pee and right back in the house. No, spend some time with your animal. How would you feel if you was in a cage all day, every day? Come on, man. Pull the intuition card. The power of the mind is important, Cancer. Remember, you have the ability to be able to change people's thoughts. Seriously. Literally. Abundance. You have abundance. So your hard work is paying off. Your commitment is being tested. And now remember, this is your first oracle. Your commitment is being tested. And the second one is abundance. I mean, it just doesn't get no better than this. You're abundant and you're anointed within yourself. I don't know how we got very spiritual in this reading. Okay, but it's something about your grandmother. Your grandmother is the one that passed down these gifts. So in order for you to live your best life, you must do and you must fulfill the plan that God and your ancestors has in store for you. If you don't, when you go through the hall of Mayat or you go through the afterlife, that's what gets judged. It gets judged to see, did you really complete the task that we put you on this earth to do, that you were ordained to complete? So don't get it twisted now, Cancer. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time you can take a break, get you some rest. 111. I just heard 111. The power of the mind. You're gonna see that today. Good versus evil. Polarity. You need both. You need good and that's the Chariot, baby. You are the Chariot. You got to have both of your forces to get you through and being triumphant. In order for you to get triumphant, in order for you to get through this test, Your test is being commit. Your commitment is the test. You will prevail, Cancer. Keep things to yourself. Use your intuition at this time, and stay away from people that you know in your heart does not suit you. Stay away from people that wants to seduce. And Cancer, if you're being a seducer, stop that. Stop that, man. Stop that, because you still, there's eyes everywhere. Whether you want to see it or not, whether you believe it or not, there's always eyes on you. So, Cancer, you could have been anywhere in the world, right? But you decided to be here with me. And because of that, it is peace and blessings to you. Take care.